there any kind of oversight in that facility, meaning for officers that take suspects there, do they have to get any kind of prior authorization, or is there any kind of record that's filed when they take people there for questioning?
No, there is no necessary authorization needed. It's used by those units. That was and has been established as a process through their chain of command and also the department. And there are the use of surveillance equipment and, closed circuit cameras, as well as body cameras that are used to document their time in that facility.
Are there cameras inside that actual garage? Because the video that we see, there's roll-up doors, there's a concrete floor. That's a garage.
Now that I don't have the specifics of. Chief, could you answer that? Chief?
Sure. I took a walk through it yesterday. There is cameras in that bay area that's right behind the front part of the office. There's cameras in the evidence processing center. That's where the officers will process evidence. There's cameras in the holding facility, the holding cells, as well as at the front door. And just about anywhere in that, there is a camera to capture all activity.
Are there blind spots with those cameras?
I didn't see any blind spots. If you recall, this is the same facility that has been used by a narcotics unit for decades. There was an audit that was led by Deputy Chief Noel as a result of the narcotics investigation that we had, where several of our officers were arrested and subsequently some were terminated and some resigned. Based on that audit, we made sure that that camera system there covered all points of interest in that facility.
You all said that the first time you all got an IA complaint was in August this year. We had an email that showed there was an email from someone with BRPD to that attorney saying that they had gotten the complaint. This was dated April 25th.
I'm sorry, say that again, sir.
There was an IA complaint that had been filed prior to August because we have an email from someone within BRPD to that attorney saying we have received your complaint. That was dated April 25th.
Yes, and I directed my IA commander to look into that and make sure that we do a thorough investigation on all those who were involved in that incident at the facility, which will include a review of all body cameras as well as an interview of all those who were there, so that we can present our findings to the complainant, which is our standard policy. Upon conclusion, he will be notified.
Right, but you all said the complaint came in August. That's April.
Yes, sir.
So not August.
No, this is a new complaint. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is a new complaint.
Yeah, I'm saying we had a prior complaint that came.
That is correct. That is under investigation.
Okay.
This is a new complaint that we're talking about. That is separate from the one you're talking about. This complaint, I received a letter from the supervisors concerning the officer and not responding to training and basically not wanting him in the unit anymore. And at that point, I immediately placed that officer on administrative leave and initiated the process for termination.
So you're saying that prior complaint was still being investigated at this time?
That is being investigated. That is correct.
Okay.
Your response, Chief, to Baton Rouge upon hearing there is a torture warehouse, according to this lawsuit, those are the words that they use, to the people of Baton Rouge. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we ever talked. I walked in a facility. I saw the videos that are there, the officers that are going there. So those words to describe that. We will investigate this just like we investigate all other complaints. I think the community understands that we've showed accountability. We've been transparent. That's one of the reasons we're having this press conference today. But we're going to investigate that. And at the conclusion of our investigation, a lot of questions will be answered. And we will educate the public on our findings once we complete that. But I assure you that there will be a thorough investigation involving this year. But to describe it at that facility like that, like was stated earlier, we have thousands of officers who have processed individuals who we've arrested for narcotics through there. There are some things I saw that I would like upgraded. I immediately suspended all operations at that facility until we can make some changes, Karen. So some of the changes that I've directed my staff, some lighting on the exterior, as well as a construction to put a interview room that is consistent with the interview rooms that we have here at headquarters, as well as at our violent crime unit. We have interview rooms there set up, and that we're going to construct an appropriate interview room so that those interviews can be done in a proper way.
So eventually the room will, I mean, this building will be continued to be used?
Once the modifications are made, once my staff and I are satisfied with that, and when we believe it's going to meet community expectations on how that facility should look, then yes, we will open it once we've had an assessment of that. Those changes should be done by September. We know some of them, we're already having those conversations as it relates to some of the changes that I would like to see.
You all were adamant that there was nothing secretive about this particular facility.
Yeah.
You all, though, admitted that you all had first heard about Brave Cave, that people were using that as the name from our reporting. So is it fair to say that maybe there was some activity going on that you weren't aware of?
No, we are aware of the facility.
Right.
I mean, the facility has
Okay.
been there, but the word Brave Cave, we have never heard before. In fact, when we received, when we actually listened to your broadcast, obviously I asked, what's the Brave Cave? And it was then when we began to question that we learned, as the deputy chief stated, that there are some officers who refer to that office, which is our narcotics processing center, as the Brave Cave.
So if they're using a secret name, though, is it possible that they're carrying out secret activity?
I don't think so. I think the cameras that are there, in some of the investigations that we've conducted as it relates to our narcotics unit, I don't believe that's the case, sir.
Chief, your
Yeah,
response
thank you.
to